Hello and welcome to today's episode of Health University, where I have the pleasure of meeting and introducing to you Alizah Josette. Alizah is a paralegal and as such struggled to find an adequate pillow that would allow unrestricted movement, but prevent the harmful twists that can sometimes create strain in the head and neck. And through her persistence, dedication, and numerous prototypes, that it typically is the case, isn't it? She unlocked the secret to a soothing night's sleep, a pillow that cradles and supports the head and neck, promoting alignment of the spine and allowing flexibility of sleeping positions. And in this context, we know that sleep is so very important for one's whole health and one's hormonal health and one's fertile health. So welcome, Alizah. I'm delighted to have you. If there's anything I missed in your bio, please elaborate.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Susan, for having me on. And thank you to
Sure.
the listening audience as well. And yes, the Spearhead pillow is a completely revolutionary design, and it is for side and back sleepers. And I'm so grateful to Dr. Susan for having me on today, because I don't necessarily know if we talk so much about the importance of sleep when it comes to fertility. I do believe that sleep is important for hormonal balance, for mental and physical well-being. And as a result, I think it absolutely affects every aspect of our lives, including our chances of fertility. For if we're stressed, we are not sleeping well, those cortisol levels are up, that impacts us all around.
Absolutely. And when our
Yes,
cortisol levels are up, our reproductive hormones or the signaling gets a little bit staticky. So yes, I consider sleep and the restoration and remodeling that occurs during deep sleep to be one of the what I call the four pillars of restoring one's fertile health. So this is a very important conversation. So tell me, of course, everybody always has this question: how did this come about? Usually, there's a personal story, and I'd love to hear it.
Oh, yes. Well, as you mentioned, I was a paralegal for 17 years, and I loved my career. But one of the downsides of a desk job is I hold my stress in my neck. And as a result, my neck muscles ended up in spasm, and I was diagnosed with a thoracic outlet syndrome in
Oh
my
dear.
left shoulder. And a neurologist and physical therapist advised I switch from a stomach sleeper to a back sleeping position. And unfortunately, as you read in my bio, I just found when I was sleeping on my back, my head kept inevitably rotating over my shoulder in the middle of the night. So it was continuing to strain my neck muscles. And as a result, I had constant migraines. I just couldn't get a good night's sleep. And that affected my personality, as well as the stress levels, which is how we remain sick and unhealthy.
Yeah.
So basically, after about 5, 6 years of trying several different specialty pillows, I eventually decided to just invent one for myself. It was never to go to market. I really did love my career. I had my dream job. But ultimately, the Spearhead pillow helped me so much, and there's nothing even resembling something similar on the market. It really is a completely innovative design.
Beautiful.
And
And
I realized
it's called the Spearhead, as in SPHERE head. Tell us about the Spearhead, about its design, its shape, how it works.
Oh, sure. So I tell people who are listening, typically imagine a sphere, and then the center is concaved, and that's what cradles and supports the head. And then there's a neck indent that mirrors the curve of the cervical spine. And so it rests along the outer curve of the face, whether someone is sleeping on their back or side. So it doesn't interfere with any sort of sleep apparatus. It leaves the face unobstructed. And then that contoured shape and back with the weight of the head and that center concave, that's what allows the pillow to roll with the user in the middle of the night. So they can
That was my
seamlessly
next
transition
question.
between back and side sleeping positions.
That was my next question. So basically, it's almost like a pillow hat. So it stays
Correct.
attached to your head while you roll around to keep your head in the right position, no matter what position your sleep position is.
Exactly. And it keeps that spine alignment too. So it's a little bit closer to the mattress than some may be used to if they sleep on 2 or 3 pillows. So there can be an adjustment period. But I do compare it on the website to other health aids. So when you get an adjustment at a chiropractor, insoles in your shoes, physical therapy, sometimes things are not comfortable at first, but if you stick with
Mhm.
them, they're ultimately beneficial. And I
Mhm.
definitely feel that the Spearhead pillow falls in that realm. I'm trying to change what a pillow should look like and the health benefits it should provide, and
Mhm.
just provide more of that meaningful rest to
Yes.
everyone out there who may suffer from neck and or shoulder pain.
Yeah, and we live in front of the computer more now than ever, and so I can imagine there are a lot of listeners, and if it's not yourself, it's someone you know who is struggling with neck and shoulder pain and having perhaps sleep issues. And I think when we were off camera, you mentioned you're working with some doctors, a variety of doctors on the Spearhead pillow. Tell us about that work and what you're finding.
Oh, yes. So I mainly work with chiropractors and physical therapists, but I'm now starting relationships with massage therapists as well.
Mm-hmm.
So initially, it was to help me design the pillow to make sure that it maintained that spine alignment and fully supported that cervical spine.
Mm-hmm.
And now I do sell the pillow to individuals through the website and Amazon, but I sell the pillow to at a wholesale price for those in the healthcare fields.
Okay.
So I partner with the different doctors and healthcare professionals
Mhm.
who can then go and recommend it to their patients and sell it directly to them. So
Okay.
it's been wonderful to be so embraced by the healthcare community. Several doctors are now part of this affinity partnership program with me.
That's
And I'm
beautiful.
really fortunate that it's finding such good response.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And you said it's available on your website, and we will have your website in the show notes for people to be able to click through. And you said it's also available on Amazon. But we'll send them to your website first.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it
And
very
then
much.
tell me about, so I can envision the structure. Tell me about the actual construction. What is it made of?
So it's memory foam, and then
Hmm.
the pillowcase is a charmeuse fabric. So it's beneficial for all hair types. And
Hmm.
then I do tell people it's been on the market for 4 months now. We came on the market on May 20th, so a little over 4 months.
Great.
And not everyone loves the pillowcase. So as a smart startup small business, I hope to offer pillowcases in a variety of colors and materials down the road. As of right
Mhm.
now, I just let everyone know the Spearhead pillow fits in a standard pillowcase. So
Okay.
any pillowcase in your home, if you don't
Okay.
like that charmeuse fabric, which
Uh-huh.
it's a silky satiny material. I did it
Hmm.
because it's beneficial for all hair types. It keeps hair
Right.
shiny and silky, helps prevent breakage. But
Hmm.
if listeners out there prefer their cotton or their flannel,
Hmm.
polyester, whatever it
Oh,
is.
not polyester, please. Not on this show. We only want to be working with natural fabrics because, of course, these other fabrics have toxins in them. So
Correct.
that's and sleeping with toxins right in your face all night is not advisable when one is struggling with fertility or going through any hormonal imbalance. So.
That is so true. And I'm so
Mhm.
glad you brought that up because that actually went into the foam production as well. So
Okay.
I know with memory foam, sometimes we can have that fear of off gassing when
Mhm.
it's compressed down with the weight of our heads. It can
Mhm.
be releasing toxic fumes. And that is
Mhm.
not an issue with the Sphere head pillow.
Okay.
So I made sure that this pillow is safe.
Okay.
And I sleep on it myself, and I am
Mhm.
very conscious of that. So anyone at home should be rest assured. And if they want
Great.
any further information about the exact two chemicals that make up the memory foam, I'm happy to send it to them with the
I am
little
sure
information on
they
it
will.
too.
And it's probably in the on the website itself, I imagine, to
Yes.
that so people can just kind of check on it and not have to bug you for those questions. So thank you for sharing in our conversation here at Health University. One of the ways in which we help people improve their fertility is through our 5-element fertility quiz. Please click on the link below at yourfertilityquiz.com and take the short quiz. You'll receive a free report that includes easy to implement ideas to improve your whole health and your fertile health. Now let's return to our topic in today's episode. Okay, and then my next question is, in terms of, like, how have you had any research, or results on or testimonials on how people are finding using the Spherehead pillow, changing their sleep experience? Are they using, for instance, like an Aura ring or a Fitbit or something like that that's testing the quality of their sleep?
So right now, I am just at the beginning stages of having a sleep study done at the
Mm-hmm.
University of Bridgeport in Connecticut, the chiropractic school there. We
Mm-hmm.
have a meeting next week to discuss the final details, but that will be focusing on just that quality of sleep.
Right.
Hopefully, I will be having two other subsequent studies done that will focus on one is the neck and shoulder pain relief, and then
Mm-hmm.
the third will be on the sleep apnea market.
Mm-hmm.
So those will be two subsequent studies, but the first one is just to get some data and
Mm-hmm.
real cohesive analytical data on how it's improving quality of rest. As of right
Mm-hmm.
now, I can't quote any sort of sleep studies, but
Okay.
I do have anecdotal
Yes.
references
Yes.
that one, it helps people learn how to sleep on their backs. Some of
Mm-hmm.
us, myself included, are not natural back sleepers, and that can
Right.
be quite an adjustment. And the Spherehead pillow, really, I have found, once again, just anecdotally,
Yeah.
that it is helping people who maybe through some sort of surgery, car accident, there's a variety of different reasons why people all of a sudden have to become back sleepers, not out of choice.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spherehead pillow is easing that transition.
Well,
And
tell me, is there any data that is about the better quality sleep, or that we are designed just in our anatomy to sleep on our backs versus our side versus our stomach?
So, for physical health, especially for women,
Mhm.
they say sleeping on your back is ideal in terms of our bodies. We
Mhm.
obviously have breasts, and when we sleep on our stomachs or our side, it doesn't help with the gravity. And
Mhm.
also, for everyone, if you care about your skin on your face,
Right,
wrinkles, they always say it is much better to sleep on your back.
right.
So, aesthetically, for those
Mhm.
reasons, I think back sleeping is preferable, but also for
Mhm.
that spinal health. And that's something that's real. We
Absolutely.
all need to care about our spines, avoiding that hump in our
Mhm.
back and
Mhm.
that bump that we can get in the neck.
Yep. Yep.
And
Making me stand up a little straighter while I while I listen to you. Mhm.
and that's exactly it. So
Mhm.
we are asleep for so long. So
Yeah.
if we have proper posture in our sleep, it goes into our waking life as well.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And then you said for the side sleepers, the pillow turns with you, and so it's comfortable enough to sleep on your side while you're getting used to sleeping on your back. And I can envision your next prototype being the pregnancy pillow, the Spherehead pregnancy pillow, because again, these women have to sleep on their side after a certain, gestational period, just in time frame, just in terms of making sure that blood is flowing properly. So.
Yes, and there's
Mhm.
actually a testimonial on my website, a
Mhm.
woman who, because she was pregnant, had to change her sleeping position. So she was
Mhm.
struggling. She bought a Spearhead pillow, and her baby was born probably about 10 months ago now.
Mhm.
And she has remained sleeping with the Spearhead pillow. So it
Beautiful.
has just changed her sleeping posture, even
Beautiful.
now as a new mom.
Yeah, beautiful. Is there anything that I haven't asked about that you want to make sure that you share with the listening audience? Because I want to be respectful of your time and listeners' time, and I want to make sure that they get a chance to, go to the website and check out the device itself.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I just want to wish everyone the best of luck out there who is struggling with any sort of fertility challenges. Just know that it will happen. I believe that we really manifest, not to go on to a more spiritual conversation and away from the pillow, but I would like to use the opportunity to just spread that hope and just know that when we put the energy out there, we really do manifest our lives, I believe
Yes,
personally. So keep
yes.
that positivity, that energy up, that hopefulness. And I believe that decreases the stress levels, helps keep that hormonal balance, and that positive energy goes a long way in every
Mhm.
asset of our lives, including infertility issues as well. So, best of
Absolutely.
luck to anyone watching out
Oh,
there.
that's
And
very sweet.
hope there's a bunch of new parents soon.
Yes, may your lips to the fertility gods and goddesses' ears. And then just to recap, to bring it back to the importance of good sleep for circadian flow, how we sleep impacts how we are in our waking life, and how we wake after a good night's sleep impacts how we will fall asleep the next evening. So this isn't just a one singular event that we're focusing on. It truly is your whole health and your reproductive health when you do the things that you need to do to ensure that you're having good sleeping health, because that's when we're detoxifying and repairing and remodeling all of our tissues. So thank you so very much for being with us today. As I say, I will make sure that the links are in the show notes for you, and I'm sure that you're going to get lots of curious lookers and purchasers, because sleep is a chronic health issue these days. So your prototype is timely.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Dr. Susan, and for all those listening out there. I appreciate the time.
My pleasure. All right, class, we will say class dismissed, as we do at the end of every Health University podcast.